All aboard, it's Jang here with a look at the Wolf Knights Castle from Playmobil. New to the North American market for 2015. It's been out, I believe, elsewhere for a little while now. Officially, this comes with 133 pieces, and the big deal about this one is that it is smaller and it is much cheaper than the other castles. This costs in the US, as of the time of this video, about $60 for the whole thing, for an entire castle. Not a castle front, not a castle add-on, not just a tower that kind of tries to be castle-like, but a complete castle with walls going all the way around. That's a cool thing. I appreciate always companies bringing, lower cost, smaller items to market that still do most of the things that bigger, more popular or more desirable things do, just at a lower price. Now up front, you don't have any fancy winch-operated portcullis or drawbridge or anything like that, but they do secure these doors. There's a board that's locking the thing together, and I like this design on the front. It's got a semi-metallic finish there. These are all raised bits with rivets and the nice designs. I think that actually looks pretty good. It kind of made up for having less action here by having nicer finish on it. You can open that up, but of course, if that is all locked up, you can still kind of try to get into the place by breaking down a wall. I've got the breakable wall section right here, but it's pretty tough actually. You have to hit that thing pretty hard. So I'm just gonna give it a nice good push in there. It starts to knock it. There it goes. Finally, it goes through. You can kind of push it out or push it in. Either way, it's a little bit tough to actually make it happen. It's not something that you're going to be able to do with just a regular projectile weapon or something. You really do have to come up to it by hand. It's funny, it's kind of the opposite of what happened with the breakable section on the Hawk Knights castle, which was always falling out too easily. You've got your Wolf Knights emblems, their insignias. This is actually a shield, so you could take that off and use it as a shield, maybe in an emergency situation or something. And like I say, it's all completely closed up, and they didn't make it too rectangular, but it's rectangular enough. It still has that castle-y feel to it, but these nice shapes on the side. I like that. And then the large tower on the back, they didn't skimp on having a good large sized area back here, so this has plenty of space down below that's only accessible from the inside. But take a look up here. As usual, there is a trap door here with a lever on it that you can pull. Actually, pull it the other way from the other side. Opens up and you have kind of a dungeon area down below. There's also the retractable ladder, which is pretty standard fare. And here's what you see up top, the main tower outlook. So there is a hatch here to give access down there, and you can pull the ladder up if you want to, drop it down, let it hang right there, give you a nice amount of space. A little flag that's actually flying up here, only printed on the top. This is just plain black at the base, but gives you a nice little overlook of everything that's going on with the castle. And you see, even though it's small overall, there's still a decent amount of space to pose things up on the inside of it. Along this side, they have a mountable ballista with a shield on it. It's like a large, extra heavy-duty mountable crossbow, and this is able to be angled down quite a bit, so you can defend right up close. You can also angle your shot up to get quite a distance. These are not spring-loaded, but they do have a good amount of push to them. You actually push this from the back, and this is going to shoot out the projectile. There it goes, with a decent amount of force. You've got one bolt that is on fire, and then they also give you a couple extra just regular projectiles that are just normal and solid and not on fire. A little trough here that can be used to hold those, or you just use that as a watering trough for your horse. It's also included with this set. Across to the other side, up front, there is another area where you can post somebody up top. Very small, tiny little room right there. I don't know really what you would use that room for. Little rope ladder to access the balcony. And there's a little bit of a gap there, just they're a little bit lacking in the pieces for walkways around here, so you kind of have to imagine just barely making it around that edge, and then you have plenty of space on the sides themselves, and then in the very back of the whole thing you can access all that. So they do have just a little bit of a wooden walkway there. There's a step ladder to get up to the second level, and the dungeon area, or the prison cell, whatever you want to call this, has a very large door on it for the size of the castle, and that opens up and it's just completely empty space on the inside. You can just do whatever you want with that, and it's pretty dark in there because no light gets in. The set comes with 3 different figures, and they're outfitted in different ways. You have different torsos, so these 2 torsos are the same. This one is not printed, but this one actually has printed lower section, so the front of the legs there is printed across. You've got print on the front of this chest plate. Got an interesting thing going on with the wolf helm there. Nice shield action on both sides. A little hand sickle here. Let's look at the other shield. Nice plume up on the top of this helmet, and taking that off, you can see a better look at this guy's face. If I can get it off, come on, pop off. There we go. I'm not sure if this guy is just kind of the lead knight, like a captain, or if he's supposed to be their king. He does have that specialized kind of magical enchanted weapon there, but it didn't say particularly in the description if that specifically was the king on this one. But once again, a nice collection of different figures with different accessories from Playmobil. Set also comes with this horse, black horse with some very tough looking armor around it and a nice dark gunmetal color. Armor all around the body and then also on the head. Still gives you enough room to move the head up and down fully. And this looks really good mounted, especially with a character who has a shield or a long weapon. They don't really have any proper long weapon like a lance or anything, or a long spear in this set, but those do go well with mounted setups. So honestly, this is definitely not as impressive of a castle as the other larger ones. However, again, the big deal here is that this is a $60 set as of the time of this video in the United States, retail, blah blah blah. It's great to be able to get a whole castle for that cheap. I think it has the right amount of figures. It just feels right in terms of the volume of figures you get for the volume of the castle here, and you can still add to this. It does still have some sections that are connected with the little red and yellow System X pieces, so you can expand this out, put different castles, different parts together from different sets, and I just think it's well done and gives you a good value and looks good. It's also nice for compact play spaces. Not everybody has a large room, in terms of kids to have room to get around a thing to play with it. So for smaller spaces, it's really smart to be able to have a full castle with all the walls going all the way around that fits into a more compact space. That's it for my look at this one. If you have any thoughts you would like to share about it, please do. As always, I welcome feedback, and other viewers welcome it as well. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll be talking to you again as soon as I can.